मैम सारिका मैम भी ज्वाइन करेगी ना अभी?
हाँ, शी विल ऑल्सो ज्वाइन, शी सेड शी विल ज्वाइन। हाँ, मैंने उन्हें रिमाइंड भी करवा दिया था। I think we can start in another 2 minutes, Dr. Mohita. Till then, I think more participants can join. And meanwhile, if there are any teachers in the participants list, please raise your hand so that you can be promoted as a panelist for the presentations.
सारिका मैम has joined, I guess.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, great. I just wanted to check so that
Mhm.
if needed.
Shall I start, ma'am? Or maybe we can wait. It's 3 or 4.
We can start. We can start now.
Good afternoon, everyone. Respected principal, esteemed faculty members, and dear students. On behalf of the college, I extend a very warm welcome to all our first year students to the Value Added Course Orientation Program. As you embark on your academic journey at a college, you will have the opportunity to explore courses beyond your core discipline through the Value Added Course Framework. These courses are designed to broaden your perspective, foster interdisciplinary learning, and equip you with skills that complement your academic program. Today's orientation aims to familiarize you with the VAC framework and introduce the diverse courses being offered by various departments so that you can make an informed choice. So, to begin the session, without further ado, I would like to invite Dr. Sarika Yadav, VAC Coordinator, Sri Venkateshwar College, to provide an overview of the value added course framework, including its objectives, course structure, registration process, and other important guidelines. I welcome you, Dr. Sarika Yadav. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay, hi Mohita. Can you hear me?
Yeah, ma'am, yeah. Your slide is also.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much, Mohita, and a very warm welcome to all of you for this session, which is an orientation for the value addition courses. I am Dr. Sarika, the convener of the Value Addition Courses Committee, and I am going to be just quickly taking you through the details of the value addition courses, the courses that we are going to be offering, and what exactly are the value addition courses. So because this is the third orientation day for the elective papers that you have to pick, and by now you should know that other than your discipline specific paper, which is a core paper, you have 4 different elective papers: GE, discipline specific elective, skill enhancement, and validation, out of which the second one, which is discipline specific elective, will actually start from the second year. So for first year, you only have GE papers, skill enhancement courses, and value addition courses. So you already have the orientation for GE and skill enhancement. We will now today get to know about different value addition courses which is being offered by the college, and the departments will tell you the details of it. I will just tell you what exactly are the value addition courses, what is the intention of having a course like VAC in your curriculum. You all must be knowing that your curriculum, the syllabus that you have comes under UGCF, which is undergraduate curriculum framework, which has been actually designed keeping in mind the recommendations of NEP 2020, and it's a detailed document. But I specifically want to mention one line from that document, which says that the purpose of the education is to the education system is to develop a good human being who is capable of the rational thoughts, action, possesses compassion, empathy, courage, and also has the scientific temperament and creative imagination, and also has the sound ethical values. This is very, very important, and this actually is the essence of the value addition courses, why these courses has been added to your curriculum. So the intention of having the value addition course is that it introduces the student to the rich heritage of the nation, as well as it also tells you the importance of all the social issues and how you can find a connection between what you learn in the classroom and how you implement that in your day-to-day life. So the purpose and the aim of the value addition courses is to inspire you to be for the personal and professional development of the student, and also to make you a thoughtful and well-rounded individual. And most important thing is that you should have a sense of service not only for your family or your near and dear ones, but also towards the nation. That is the essence of the value addition courses. So with this intention, the University of Delhi, can you all see my slides also? Okay. So with the intention of or the recommendations of the NEP 2020, University of Delhi has actually developed a course which is called Value Addition course, and there's a pool of papers which have more than 20-30 papers, and you can access the syllabus and the list of these papers either on the Delhi University website under syllabi tab or on the college website also. And very soon you will get the login details for our own college ERP portal. There also you can find the details of the list of the value addition courses. So because it's a detailed list, we can't offer all the papers in that list every year. So what we do in every academic year is that every department decides to pick one paper from the pool of the value addition courses, and this time we have 11 different papers which have been chosen for this academic year to the semester 1 students. And you can see that there are certain papers which are going to be taught by more than one department. You can just see the list, and this list will also be shared in the notification which is going to be released for the registrations. So there are 11 different papers, right? You need to check the syllabi before you make the choice, right? What is important here is, because you have had GE orientation also, unlike the GE papers, here there is no restriction as to whether to pick the parent department, SEC or VAC paper or not. So here you can pick a value addition course paper which is offered by your own department also, right? Along with any other department. So it's totally your choice, and there is no restriction in terms of the department, right? What is important here is that you should check whether you meet the eligibility and the prerequisite for that paper or not. The good thing is, because the intention of these paper is entirely different, so there is no stringent prerequisite here. The only eligibility is that you should have cleared 12 standard, which you all have, right? Barring one or two papers, there is no specific or stringent restriction here, right? There are no specific prerequisite required. So anybody, any student from any discipline is actually entitled to take any paper that is offered by any of the department. So you have this open thing. So you can pick any of the paper which is in this list, except for one or two papers which I'll tell you, right? And like SEC paper, these papers are also 2 credit papers. So the 2 credits can come either from the practical component only, like in the case of a paper called Digital Empowerment, where both the credits are coming from the theory, and there's no, from the practicals, and there is no theory component here. Or you can have another kind of distribution, like in the case of Ayurveda and nutrition, where you can have 1 credit coming from theory and 1 credit coming from the practical. Now, what exactly we mean by 1 credit is that if the paper has 1 theory credit, which means that you will have 1 period per week for theory, right? If the credit is 1 credit is coming from the practicals, you will have 2 hours of practicals per week, right? Other than this, there are certain papers which are designed to be studied in a sequential manner. One example I've quoted here is Vedic maths, which have Vedic maths 1 and Vedic maths 2. So they have to be studied in an order. You cannot study Vedic maths 2 if you have not have this Vedic maths 1 paper in any of the previous semester. For now, because it's a first year, so that is not a case here, but you should know that there are papers which needs to be studied in a sequential manner. Another such paper is the NCC, which also goes in an order. However, there's a requirement there that you should be the NCC cadet enrolled in the college, right? And as far as assessment goes, for a paper which only has a practical component, there will be no final exam, but you will be assessed throughout the semester. It's called continuous assessment. And for every class or every practical slot you have, the teacher is going to be evaluating. So please keep in mind, for your evaluation, you must be present in the class. So do attend your classes to get the marks for the continuous assessment. For a paper which has a theory component plus practical component, the practical component will remain the same, as in you will have the continuous assessment, no final exam. But for the theory component, you will have an end semester examination according to the date sheet released by the Delhi University. Plus, a small component also will come from the continuous assessment in the theory also. But any paper having the theory component will also have an end semester theory examination, right? So because we are talking about the elective papers, you will have to make a choice, right? So where are you going to be making the choice? For that, you need to log into a portal which is SAS. But before you do that, please go through the list that we are going to be sharing, right? Check the syllabi on the DU website or the college website. See that you are meeting the eligibility and the prerequisite or not. Once you're sure, you have made up your mind, right? Keeping your academic interests also in mind, and also life goals, because the value addition course, right? Please consider how this paper is going to be helping you in the long run in achieving your, professional as well as personal growth. So once you make up your mind, log onto the portal, which is SAS SVC ERP portal, right? The details, the login details and the password of this portal, you will be either you would have gotten or you will be getting very soon. Okay, we are in the process of just preparing the portal for registration. Most likely the registration will start from Monday, right? And you will be notified beforehand. So once you log in there using the login details provided, you will see a page like this. And once you log into that portal, you will be asked certain questions, and then eventually you will be given these this sort of distribution where you will have to make a choice. Now please understand the form for making the choices for value addition courses, SEC courses as well as GE courses. There's one common course with common form which is called CAF, course allocation form. It's a common form, so you don't have to log in again and again. Once you log in, you can give your preferences and choices for all 3 elective papers. Please see that we are asking you 3 choices in the order of preference. The reason being, in the value addition courses, the seats for each paper is limited, right? So it's on the first come, first serve basis, right? So therefore, you may or may not get your first choice. Please understand, we will try to give you your first preference. But in case, we are not, then we will go with your second or even the third choice in some case. So whenever you are making your preferences, please be very mindful, right? Make an informed choice. Don't make random choices, okay? Because we may not be able to change your allocation later on. So be very, very mindful and careful while making the choice. So it's a summary of what you are supposed to do. Just check the syllabus on the DU and the college website. See whether you are meeting the eligibility and the prerequisite or not. Then log on to the SAS ERP portal, for the login details of which you will be getting very soon, and then fill the course allocation form. And like I said, you have to make 3 choices, right? So please be very careful while filling the choices. And also, because these value addition courses you are going to be having 4 different value addition courses in every semester till your semester 4. Right, so you are going to be having a different value addition course in semester 1, 2, 3, 4. In case you are not able to get your first choice, please don't get disheartened. Okay, don't panic, because there are some very popular papers which are offered again and again. So in case you don't get your paper of choice this time, so first preference, right? Choice to hoga, but may not be the first choice. Then you can get that paper in the subsequent semester, in the coming semester. So please don't panic. Right, we will try to allocate your choice only, right? And the second thing is that it's very important to check that the syllabus of the elective papers that you're choosing is not matching, overlapping with any of the paper that you are right now studying or you're going to be studying later on. That's very important. Please do check that. And also, there's something called cluster college that that option university provides. So what is that? Just in case you want to study a VAC paper which is not listed in the 11 papers that I have just shown you, and you want to study a paper which is listed in the pool of the Delhi University VAC paper, in that case you have this option of going for the cluster college. What is this cluster college? University has a cluster college option where our college comes under South Cluster Hub, where you have 25 to 27 colleges, which from those colleges also you can have your VAC, right? So just in case there's a paper which is not listed here and you want to study, you can go to the cluster college. But please be mindful that that process takes time and you are first year students. So my personal suggestion is that for this semester at least, go for the papers, value addition courses papers, which are listed in the list. However, in case you want to go, we will connect you with the concerned person, but please bear in mind that the process will take time and you will have to follow it up your own with the help of the cluster college coordinator with whom we will connect you. Okay, so with this, I will stop here and I warmly welcome all the students here. I am Dr. Sarika. I am an assistant professor in Department of Biochemistry. In case of any query, any doubt, you can contact me in the department personally, or you can write it onto this email address which is mentioned here, or you can contact any of the committee member. They're all very experienced people. They will definitely help you, guide you, solve your doubts. And you can also contact your teacher in charge of your department or the teacher who is going to be teaching this paper. Okay, so with this, I warmly welcome all of you. I hope you have a great time, great learning here. All the best, everybody. Over to you, Moita.
Thank you, Sarika ma'am, for the comprehensive overview and for explaining the VAC framework so clearly. We shall now proceed to the presentations by faculty members from different departments. Each faculty member will briefly introduce the VAC offered by the department, highlighting its objectives, course content, learning outcomes, and the skills students can expect to acquire. So may I request all the presenters to kindly adhere to the allotted time so that the students can be introduced to all the courses scheduled for today. So the first course that is in line is Ayurveda and Nutrition. The paper is offered by both Zoology and Botany departments. To present the VAC orientation for this paper, I invite Dr. Shraddha Sharma from Botany department to tell us about this paper and its objectives. The students are requested to stay till the end of the meeting. A feedback and attendance form will be floated in the chat box. It is mandatory for you to fill the feedback and attendance form. Dr. Shraddha Sharma, over to you.
Can you see my slides?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Shraddha Sharma from Botany Department. So this time, Botany Department offers Ayurveda and Nutrition as value addition course. So course overview, it has 2 credits, one for lecture and one for practical. The learning objectives will be, it introduces the basic principles of nutrition in Ayurveda. It links the Ayurvedic nutrition with modern dietary practices for overall health, and it understands the food habits in everyday life. As we have 2 parts, the theory and the practical. The theory, we have 3 units. The first unit will be the introduction of Ayurvedic nutrition. This is the introductory unit, and it focuses on the establishing a strong foundation in understanding how food and culture intersect in India. Also, it will help to analyze of nutrition and lifestyle transition over the years. It will help to understand in-depth look into the rich regional food traditions across the India. In Unit 2, this is the basic principle of food and Ayurveda. It will develop a clear understanding of rich sources of nutrients from an Ayurvedic perspective. The unit heavily focuses on the core concept of doshas, that is Vata, Pitta and Kapha, and also emphasizes on rules and regulations that are coded by FSSI regulations. You will learn the Ayurvedic principles of food habits and factors that are determining the quality of food. In Unit 3, we will discuss about Ayurvedic diets, the dietary categories and lifestyle. You will learn the principles of diet. You will learn about incompatible foods, lifestyle management, and stress management via different Ayurvedic diets. In practical components, we have some exercise based on the theoretical part. You can visit your local market and classify available food items according to Sattvic, Rajasi, and Tamasic food. There are some exercise on household surveys in which you have to visit 10 to 15 households to analyze food behavior, incompatible food intake, viruddhahar, adopted lifestyle, that is dincharya and ritucharya. In expected learning outcome, you will gain deep awareness of the traditional food cultures of India and evaluate changing food patterns and lifestyles over the year. You will understand the Indian knowledge system and key Vedic principles specifically with respect to food and nutrition. And in application, you can apply the traditional diet for health and disease and learn to prepare selected healthy recipes which are based on the Ayurvedic principles. So these are the some suggested readings, books for reference, and all our interested students are welcome to opt this subject. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shraddha, for an insightful presentation. Now I invite Dr. Namita Pandey from Political Science Department to tell us about the VAC paper, Constitutional Values and Fundamental Duties. This paper is also being offered by the History Department. Over to you, ma'am, Dr. Namita from Political Science. Namita ma'am, are you there?
Hello. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir.
I will be presenting on behalf of Department of Political Science.
Okay. Kindly.
As ma'am has gone for some condolence meet.
Okay.
So maybe probably I'm not able to share the screen, but just I will explain regarding the paper. So the paper that Department of Political Science is offering for the value added course in semester 1 is constitutional values and fundamental duties. And the structure of the course is designed into 3 parts. The unit 1 actually deals with the Constitution of India and introduction. The unit 2 is constitutional values, and the unit 3 is fundamental duties. In case of the unit 1 Constitution of India, we basically deal with the republic, the federal republic of that India is, rule of law, separation of power, and the concept of Sarva Dharma Sambhav. In unit 2, basically the focus is on the core constitutional values such as justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. In case of Unit 3, the focus is on fundamental duties and law, particularly the Article 51A dealing with the fundamental duties. Apart from that, one of the obvious reason while making a choice is why one should study a particular course. So this paper, Constitutional Values and Fundamental Duties, is actually significant in terms if you are preparing for competitive examination like UPSC or state PCS or judiciary exam or the NET exam. So you can choose for this paper. Also, this paper is significant in terms of building academic foundation. So you get a strong base for postgraduate study in political science, in LLB, in public policy, and also this paper is useful for research, debate, and other, say, academic events like moot court work. Apart from that, this is also significant in terms of the legal and policy research, legislative work, journalism, and teaching civic or political science. So I would request you all to opt for this paper, which is being offered by political science. you can in detail look for the syllabus as discussed by Sarika ma'am, the convener. And there, like ma'am has also shared the link for the syllabus. So you can look for the syllabus of this course also, in detail the reading list. And if you have any problem and if you want more information, uh, you are open to contact the teacher in charge and the teacher concerned teacher for the particular VAC paper. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir. If there are any teachers in the attendee section, kindly raise your hand so that you can be promoted to the panelist section. Kindly raise your hands if there are any teachers in the attendee section. So next paper we have is digital empowerment, and this paper is being offered by chemistry department, physics department and electronics department. I request Dr. Hari Singh from electronics department to please tell us about this paper.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Respected colleagues and dear students, so this paper is called Digital Empowerment, and it is basically offered by three different departments, that is Department of Chemistry, Physics and Electronics. So this paper is a completely practical course. There will be no end semester examination, neither for the theory nor for the practical. So it's a completely practical course. The assessment is continuous in this course. And there is as such no prerequisite for this particular course. The learning objectives of this course are to understand what are the needs of the digital empowerment and to understand what is a digital world and how do we communicate in the cyberspace, what is cyber safety, what is digital India, what is cyber security, collaboration, exploration and communication in the cyberspace. The course has 4 units. The first unit talks about the digital inclusion and digital empowerment. The unit 2 talks about the communication and collaboration in the cyberspace. The unit 3 talks about towards the safe and secure cyberspace. And in the last unit, we discussed the ethical issues related with the digital world. There are various services which are being basically offered by the government of India. So we do understand in this particular unit how an Indian can basically avail these facilities. Such as DigiLocker, e-hospitals, BHIM, e-health, e-Pathshala, e-Kranti, electronic delivery of the services, public utility portals like ITR, RTI, health, finance, income tax, education, etc. The second unit talks about the communication and collaboration in the cyberspace. How do we use social media? What is electronic mail? How do we write blogs? How do we collaborate digitally? What are various online learning platforms? How do we share files, messaging, video conferencing, etc. In third unit, we talks about the various security initiatives taken by the government of India. What is online privacy, blockchain technology, what kind of cyber attacks are there, what are various threats in the digital world, what is the data breach. In last unit, we talk about the ethical issues in the digital world. Why one should they take this particular course? To become a thoughtful, well-rounded and creative individual with a sense of responsibility and service towards the society and nation. And I urge you to take this course only if you feel that you are not familiar with all these services, all these technologies. If you are already familiar with all these things, please take up a course which can actually add some values in you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I request all the teachers to open their cameras so that we can take a group photograph. Requesting all the teachers to please switch on their cameras. Avasti sir, Ram sir, can we take a group photograph?
Yes, ma'am.
Done, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Now I request Dr. Lieutenant Kameshwar Sharma from Biochemistry Department to tell us about the NCC-1 VAC paper.
Thank
Over
you.
to Kameshwar,
Thank you,
sir.
Dr. Mohita. Jai Hind, everyone. Respected principal and coordinator VAC, Dr. Sarika, and distinguished colleagues, my dear students. Where can I present? Yeah, share this. Can I present now?
Yes, sir, yes.
Yes, sir.
It
Sir, you
is
can
saying
click on the
someone else
share.
is sharing. It is telling
Uh,
that someone else is sharing.
Hari, sir, can you please stop sharing screen?
I'm so sorry.
Right.
Yeah, thank you. Can you see my slide?
Yes, sir. Now we can.
Yes.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
A little bit help me in this tech issues. Can you see the slides changing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So thank you once again. Let me take you a small tour towards NCC, National Cadet Corps. This is, as Dr. Sarika Yadav has already mentioned in the very beginning, unlike the other VSs, there are certain prerequisites for this course. Only the NCC cadet can take course in this particular paper. This has been a mandate from the Ministry of Defense, which has been accepted by Delhi University. So in order to get this course, you have to first of all select through the training process and the selection process rather. Most likely after 15th August, tentatively we will be organizing the training selection program. However, our cadets and we are already in process because on a one day you can't get physical training properly. So therefore you have been asked to start running from daily from at least half an hour so that on the given day you can give your best physical presentation, because all of a sudden it will be difficult for you in terms of injuries, etc. So this is one thing. As I mentioned in the orientation day, the common orientation day, we have been asked to register interested candidates. So we have total 54 strength across all 3 years. So we have only 18 cadets can register for this particular year. And I'm happy to share, as I mentioned earlier as well, for the first time we are taking the women cadets, I mean SW, senior wing, in the form of girls, along with SD, the boys. So therefore the ratio will be, as we are, ours is a mixed battalion, so the ratio will be 40 and 60, 40 for girls and 60 for boys, which is a mandate as per received from the unit. So we are governed by the 7 Delhi battalion, which is comes under the Delhi Directorate. So, like other VSs, we have also the credit system in the form of 1+1, I mean one theory and one practical. As Dr. Sarika has already mentioned, this is a continuous assessment. So you are supposed to be there for all practicals and as well as theory classes. Extra edge for you people who opt the VSc in the form of NCC cadets. In fact, it is a mandate for an NCC cadet to take this paper. There is it's not an option like unlike. So here, the discipline it comes in the first and foremost. However, you are supposed to maintain the discipline overall in the college as well without any second thought. So, with the advent of this NEP and this the scope of this paper gives you very good wings. So, our headquarters. This is established in 1948. I'm not going to details of these particular things, but however, you will get a glimpse of having a different camps, etc. So by taking this paper or by opting this one, you will get the uh, self-confidence and you will be at self-disciplined as well. So you have to obey with a smile, you have to be punctual and work hard quietly without any reasons, and you have to work without any excuses. The governance will be that Delhi Directorate, the Director General, and governed by the state directorates. There are 17 directorates, and out of the 17 directorates, we in the Delhi Directorate at headquartered the Delhi Directorate at Rohini, and we also have a group. There are two groups, Group B and Group C. We command a Group C, which is at Safdarjung Enclave. So we have to obey all the orders which are issued by Ministry of Defense time to time whenever there is an adverse situations across the city. Like last year, our cadets and we have worked with the flood relief, etc. in the same time, the last year. And also when the blackout was declared because of the drone effect of the Pakistan, the war, and also we have given the demo and different kind of extension programs. So you have to be ready beyond the classroom experience. So there are certain ranks as well. Of course, the first years will not be having any rank. However, in the next training years, you will be getting a different army ranks, which gives the sense of responsibility and appointments. You have to follow the basic discipline. And by opting this paper, like you will be exposed to different mandatory camps. In a year, you are supposed to have one camp at least. Everything will be counted in the form of your attendance, etc. So there are combined army attachment camp, and you can also have an opportunity to present at Republic Day along with our college activities. And there are other adventure camps, mountaineering camp, etc., obstacle training. Besides this, you can also have an international exposure of youth exchange program in case if you're through with the RDC. And as I would like to emphasize one important point, like other VSCs and this VSC is having a simple difference. In case if you opt like you are continuing with this VSC, you are having 3 different certificates, A, B, and C certificate. A certificate is in the junior division, which you must have completed in the schooling part. B and C will be covered in the graduation phase. The first year will be training phase. This will not be having any exam other than your VSC. And B and C are the 2 important certificates which will give you an extra edge. B will be covered in the second year and C will be covered in the third training year of NCC. So the value added course, when you come across this value added course, earlier the NCC used to be an additional course. Now the Delhi University has given an extra edge for you people to include this NCC as part of VSC. There are 4 VSCs, 1, 2, and 3, 4 respectively in each semester. You will be offered one in this particular semester. As Dr. Sarika has already mentioned in the cluster centers, so no need to go for cluster center. However, the important point which I would like to emphasize, as I mentioned, there are only 18 seats, including boys and girls. In case if more students are interested and if you are unable to through here, there is an opportunity in the form of open. We call it as open. You can take any VSC as suggested by the experts and teachers in the college. However, you can take NCC in the open category. You have to go for trials again. So if you register like our college, there are many students who are doing NCC in other college and studying in our Venkateshwara college. And in that case, you are supposed to take VSC, some VSC in the college. The NCC which you opt in open will be an additional extra career for you, but not as part of the VSC other than the cluster. So these are the important impacts of the NCC in terms of which increases the self-confidence, develop the responsibility, builds resilience, encourages your teamwork, and you will be the future citizens and helping in the form of a nation building. So with this, I would like to complete. And however, the registration desk is yet again, it is open still till 15th of August. We will continue the registration desk. And you are most welcome to participate and take part in any queries or any interactions with the registration desk. Thank you, Dr. Mohita, for giving me an opportunity. I thank our TIC, Dr. Meenakshi Kuwar, for giving an opportunity to interact with you people.
Thank you, Kameshwar sir. for
Sir, sorry, Dr. Mohita. Sir, there are 2 queries in the question answer box. If you can answer those.
Yes, ma'am. Can you read, ma'am? I'm unable to
Yes.
see.
So one says that the student has enrolled for NCC but has not been selected yet. So can he choose the course?
Better. The NCC selection program is on, as I mentioned earlier in the talk. 15th August ke baad we will be having a selection process. So you can take any VSC of your choice at the moment. Of course, you have to take. I will encourage every student to take any one or the other VSC, whatever is of your choice. However, in case if you get selected in the NCC, whenever the selection trials goes on, in that case, we can request the nodal officer, Dr. Sarika, to switch over the VSC from X to NCC. So you are supposed to take any VSC. You don't wait for the NCC. You take any VSC of your first choice, and in case if you are through in the selections, then it will be switched. It is mandate, as I mentioned, every cadet to take a VSC as NCC. Next question, ma'am.
Sir, it was same. It was the same question.
Okay, so the same answer. So in case of any queries, more office is open, NCC room and office is open, and you can approach us. And the senior cadets will be there will be helping with your doubts.
Thank you, Kameshwar sir, for an insightful presentation. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Next, we have, next I invite Dr. Satish Pirumula from the Department of Sociology to tell us about ethics and culture paper. Dr. Satish.
Ma'am, I will be presenting on behalf of Department of Sociology,
Okay.
Rahul Jha. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the slide is visible.
No, sir, we can't see your screen.
Now it should be visible.
Yes, it is visible, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, so hi everyone. I'm Rahul Jha from Department of Sociology. So Department of Sociology will be offering this value addition course, Ethics and Culture, to first semester students. It is a 2 credit course which has both theory and practical components, and the eligibility is a 12th pass. And it is a very interesting course, I would say, for first semester students, because here we try to, Sarika ma'am talked about values. And here we begin with this question that what is morality? What is good about being moral? What is good about being ethics? I mean, if you have the choice to lie or not speak truth, or speak the truth, which may, so why we should be sticking to truth, and why should we not be lying? So what is good about being moral? So we begin with this question, and then once we establish, we'll see key in one of the readings, Aristotle tries to persuade us that being moral is something which gives us happiness or flourishing, human flourishing, or eudaimonia. And so he tries to link with what is good about. So we do not come with a priori assumption that being moral is just good. We ask what is good about being moral. So then once we establish that being moral is a good thing, it is something which Aristotle sees as the greatest good in his textbook Nicomachean Ethics. Then we look at into ways to become moral. You will see in this course we'll study there's one school consequentialist school in which they say they locate morality in the consequence of what our actions may produce. And then there is also a deontological school where rather than consequence we look at the act itself. So people like Kant, Gandhi, etc., more of a deontological school, and people like Jeremy Bentham, John Stuart Mill, they locate in the consequence. So ends versus means debate. A lot of times we have this dilemma why not to take the shortcut, or why not to just break the law so that we get benefit? So do ends justify means sort of debate. People like Gandhi disagree with that. We'll see Bentham, they say it is justifiable. So sort of how do we navigate day-to-day ethical dilemmas? We dwell into that. And so can ends justify means? So we look into this question in great detail, and teleology and deontology sort of concepts. So here, very interestingly, for first 1 week, we try to interrogate morality and ethics, and try to get ourselves sensitized with these things. And through case studies, through a lot of class discussions, debates on burning issues, we enter to this course. Then if you look at the syllabus, it has 3 units. So emotional intelligence, conflict resolution. Once we are done with discussions on morality and ethics. We come ki how can we apply those things. Empathy building, emotional intelligence, human values, ethical decision making, mindfulness, and self discipline. So we'll be looking at a lot of cases. This paper is case studies intensive. So a lot of cases we'll be discussing where some person is in so and so situation, what sort of choices they are having, and how they can make the ethical choice. Sometimes we also, it's very difficult sometimes for us to choose the ethical road, and here we'll see how that actually does in long run. So we have role plays and debates in this course. We look at case studies. Also, we have in this very interestingly empathy building exercises, and the idea of mindfulness is also here. So in class, we'll be looking at we'll do certain activities, so being mindful of the surroundings that we are there, and empathy building exercises through class activities. Remember, this has both theory component and the practical component. So we'll be doing empathy building exercises. Also, for last 3 years, we also take students to visit to National Museum or some other sort of place. We have suggested reading Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics, and then Swami Vivekananda's works we see, then Munshi Premchand's Panch Parmeshwar to help us and navigate ethical dilemmas. Then we have three Western, George Eliot's, William Wordsworth's poetry, and William Blake. So it's a very interesting sort of mix paper. And I have seen over last 3 years now that students thoroughly enjoy this. And this is the course evaluation structure. We have a practical component, which we measure via continuous assessment. It has a which is of 40 marks. End-term exam will have 30 marks, and internal assessment where you have mid-sem test, assignment, and attendance. So that is of 10 marks. Also, I'll suggest you people, since you are in the shopping period of VAC, but talk to your seniors, talk to who are in second year and they have opted this course, or who are now in third year, who had opted this course when they were in first semester. Talk to them, and I'm hopeful that you'll enjoy this course. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Rahul. Thank you so much. The students are requested to fill in the attendance cum feedback form. It is very mandatory to fill this form. Kindly fill it. The link is in the chat box. Now, next paper is financial literacy. This paper is offered by Department of Commerce, Economics, and Statistics. I invite Dr. Mosmi from Department of Economics to tell us about this paper. Dr. Mosmi?
Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Let me share my screen. Is it visible, ma'am?
Currently, no. Yeah, now it is visible.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Moshmi Mohanty from the Department of Economics. Although I'm not the teacher who will be taking this paper this semester, but someone from my department will be teaching this paper this semester. So let us start with what is financial literacy. As you all know that it is the possession of skills, knowledge, and behaviors that allow an individual to make informed decisions regarding money. So it also refers to your ability to understand and apply different financial skills effectively, including personal financial management, be it budgeting and saving, investment, etc. So let me take you through the course structure. The entire syllabus consists of 4 units. The first unit is about financial planning and financial products, wherein you will be given some introduction to savings, the time value of money, management of spending, and financial discipline. The second unit consists of banking and digital payment, wherein you will study banking products and services, including digitalization of financial transactions like your debit card, ATM cards, credit card, net banking, etc. You will also gain some knowledge about the security and precautions against the Ponzi schemes and some online fraudulent schemes as well. The third unit consists of investment planning and management, where you will learn about investment opportunities and financial products, insurance planning, which consists of life and non-life insurance, medical insurance schemes, etc. The final unit is about personal tax, where you will be given introduction to basic tax structure of India, in particular, and some aspects of personal tax planning, exemptions and deductions which you have generally in the taxation structure, as well as e-filing. So the design and learning objectives are here before you. You will be gaining some familiarity with the different aspects of financial literacy, like savings, investment, as I told you earlier. And you will have an understanding of the relevance and the process of financial planning. It will give you also the ability to analyze banking and insurance products and develop skills of personal tax planning. And there are different practical aspects of this subject as well, wherein you will be studying about the financial products, and you will learn like how different are the financial products of each banks in the economy. And through numericals, you will understand the time value of money that can be calculated. So you will have the, in general, basically you will have the hands-on experience on various practical aspects. And yes, this subject is one lecture and one practical. So you will have great interest in like learning all the units that have been discussed before. So for any queries, you can contact like either of the departments, because 3 departments are offering this paper this time. For economics, if you have any specific queries, you can always give an email to economics@svc.ac.in. So my regards to all, and I hope to see you in large numbers in financial literacy class. And thank you. Thank you for the patience.
Thank you, Dr. Mosmi. Thank you so much.
Thank
The link for the feedback form is already in the chat box. So you can fill in that form. It's already there. So next paper we have is Sports for Life. It is being offered by the Physical Education Department. Currently, is there anyone from Physical Education Department to tell us about this paper? Okay, we move forward. Next VAC paper is Bhartiya Bhakti Parampara or Manav Mulya. This paper is being offered by Hindi Department, Department of Hindi. I request Professor Mukul Sharma to tell us about this paper. Anyone from Hindi Department to tell us about this paper? Okay. So next
Ma'am,
paper.
I had dropped a message to Professor Mukul
Professor
Sharma. He
Mukul?
hasn't replied, so he might be joining maybe.
Okay, 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 sir. So next we have The Art of Being Happy. This fact paper is being offered by English Department. I invite Dr. Ritika Singh to tell us about this paper. Over to you, Ritika ma'am.
Hi everyone, good evening.
Good evening.
Please give me a moment to share my screen. Is this fine?
Yeah, it's visible now.
So, welcome everyone. The course that I'm going to be talking about is called The Art of Being Happy. And I'm sure and I hope that when you joined college, because you're all first year students, you must have felt happiness somewhere, right? After anxiety, excitement, there must be happiness somewhere. So this is a course that we are going to be looking where we're together going to be understanding what it means to be happy. Like, a great Russian novelist, Leo Tolstoy, said that if you want to be happy, be. So what does that being happiness entail? And how we're going to go about it is that there are 4 areas that we're going to be going into. First is that we will understand, like in the personal, social, environmental factors, what is happiness. We will connect these ideas theoretically in the person with everyday examples and everyday applications from our own life. We will try also practicing, because we also understand that while happiness is part of the human condition, so is pain. So how do we deal with coping mechanisms, recreating creations, creative arts? How do we use these sources and again practice them? And largely, how do we apply happiness to our own lives and the world around us? And what do we expect from the world in turn? Then there are 4 areas when you look at the syllabus that the syllabus goes into. The first is human and ecology, like not just human ecology, but well-being practices and all that. Then we move on to Indian perspectives such as Anand, what it means to reach that state of Anand. How do we get there? Then across cultures, why does happiness depend on cultures across different matrices, and how do cultures in turn affect individual levels of happiness? And then therefore we focus from ourselves, from our individual places of being, to largely global ideas such as the happiness index. Now, philosophy and literature is what we will read in terms of the primary readings. There will be theories, there will be writings, creative writings on happiness. Then cultural readings are also there. Of course, we will look at these ideas through also a sense of politics, role of the state, the policy, like I said, the happiness index, and the sociology of happiness, like how does it rotate and how does it depend on cultural norms, economic factors, and what do we do about it, not just individually, but collectively. Marking scheme, internal assessment, 10 marks, will have the class test, the assignment, and the attendance, which your tutor will be responsible for. I am one of the tutors for this paper, so I will tell you more about that later. The continuous assessment is of 40 marks. It has class activities. For this, you have to come to class, and these are things that we will do together in terms of groups. It could be discussions, thinking activities, or just sharing our own ideas of what it means to be happy. Then the semester will end with an end term exam, a theory exam of 1 hour, 30 marks. Okay, this will test you on your synthesis and reflection of whatever we have discussed in class. One starting practice for those, I'm sure, all of us are interested in happiness, of course, as human beings, but those who are little more theoretically aligned to understanding it can start thinking about, the idea of happiness and what it means to you in the personal. And that is the first class that maybe we can start talking about. The classes will happen every Tuesday and Saturday. These are your rooms. So we're hoping that, there are enough of you for us to have 2 sections. So if you have 2 sections, these are the 4 rooms that you have for Tuesday and Saturday. I will shortly in the message box share a link to Google Classroom. There if you're enrolling for the class, I recommend that you join that classroom, and there we will tell you your sections, whom to contact, who's the tutor, and all of the details will be followed up there. Otherwise, what you can do is on Tuesday, I will be there in room 220. So you can come there and we can discuss everything else. Thank you and have a happy weekend.
Thank you, Dr.
Ritika, sorry to disturb you, Ritika.
Yeah.
Don't enroll them yet. You can just have an interaction with them
Okay.
because final allocation is going to take another 1 week.
1 week it will take. Okay, I thought
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
very
yeah.
late.
Because because the portal is not ready as of now. I
Oh,
got the
okay.
message from the office. The portal is not ready.
Thank you for letting me know. Then
Yeah,
I will hold on to the link maybe later, but
yeah,
we'll see where it goes.
yeah.
I
Because some of the students have not received the login details.
Oh, okay. Understood. No problem. We'll do it when it comes. Okay. Thank you. Have a good evening. Bye.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ritika. Now we have Dr. Mohammad Rafiq from the Department of Mathematics to tell you about the Vedic Mathematics 1 VAC paper. Dr. Mohammad Rafiq from Department of Mathematics. I think he has raised his hand. Naveen sir, can we promote him to the panelist section? Naveen sir,
Yes, ma'am.
please add Mohammad Rafiq to the panelist section so that he can present.
मैम मेरे इसमें ना अटेंडीज की अभी लिस्ट नहीं ओपन हो रही है, तो एक बार आप अपने एंड से ट्राई कीजिए। आप को होस्ट है ना, आप भी पैनलिस्ट को कर सकते हैं प्रमोट। जी
Hmm. ठीक है. I think you have been promoted to panelist, sir. So you can present your screen.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sharing my PPT. Okay. Is my PPT visible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Mohammad Rafiq, and I'm from Department of Mathematics. I warmly welcome you all to this orientation. And for this session in VAC, my department is offering Vedic Mathematics 1. Today, I'll give you a brief overview of the course, syllabus, learning outcomes, and how it can help you to improve your mathematical skills and speeds in calculation. So let's start with the small introduction. Vedic mathematics is a system of mathematics based on ancient Indian techniques derived from Vedas. It is a collection of mental math techniques and shortcuts based on 16 sutras and 13 sutras. These techniques will help you to improve your calculation speed, accuracy, and logical thinking, making mathematics easier and more enjoyable. So this is the overview of course. This paper has two credits, one credit for theory and one credit for practical, with a total of 80 marks. 80 marks is divided as follows: 10 marks for internal assessment, 30 marks for theory exam, and 40 marks is for your practical examination. Um, Also, students who have completed class 12 are eligible to enroll in this course, and there are no prerequisites, which means anyone who wants to improve their calculation speeds and skills can easily join this course. So this is the syllabus of this course. In first unit, you will learn the basic of mathematics, including its history, important sutras, practical techniques for fast addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. These methods will help you to perform um, calculation much more quickly than conventional methods.
So are
And
you
in
presenting the screen? Sorry
yes,
to disturb. I think it's not visible.
it's not okay.
Can you present your screen again, sir?
Okay, again I'm showing. Now, is it visible? Should okay. I'm again. I think I should first stop.
Yeah,
Is it
now
visible?
it's visible. Yes, sir. Yes.
So, in last 2 minutes, you will learn about methods for finding squares, square roots, and cubes, and we will also explore interesting application of mathematics in algebra, geometry, including quadratic equations and Pythagoras theorem and other mathematical concepts. Uh, in learning outcomes, in learning outcomes, By the end of this course, you will be able to solve mathematical problems more quickly and confidently. You will improve your speed, accuracy, and logical thinking while gaining an appreciation for the mathematical knowledge of ancient India. These techniques will also be useful for various competitive examinations such as FSC, UPSC, MBA, entrance tests, and many others. So these are my contact details. If you have any query, you can contact me on my college email ID. Thank you. Thank you for kind attention.
Thank you so much, sir, for the presentation. Thank you. Now, last but not the least, we have VAC paper, Yoga, Philosophy and Practice. And to tell us about this paper, I now invite Ms. Preeti Pandey from Sanskrit Department.
Thank you, ma'am. मेरी स्क्रीन विजिबल है? हेलो, गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। आज हम योगा फिलॉसफी एंड प्रैक्टिस जो संस्कृत डिपार्टमेंट द्वारा ऑफर किया जाने वाला पेपर है उसके बारे में कुछ जानेंगे। जैसा कि इसके नाम से ही पता लग रहा है कि योगा फिलॉसफी एंड प्रैक्टिस, इसमें हम योग फिलॉसफी के कुछ फंडामेंटल कॉन्सेप्ट्स को जानते हुए कुछ बेसिक आसन को परफॉर्म करना सीखेंगे। नेक्स्ट, इसके क्रेडिट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की अगर हम बात करें तो 2 क्रेडिट इस पेपर के लिए ऑफर किया जाता है, एक लेक्चर थ्योरी और एक प्रैक्टिकल सेशन। हर ट्यूसडे एंड सैटरडे इसकी क्लासेस होती हैं। सैटरडे को लेक्चर क्लास एंड ट्यूसडे को 2 आवर्स की इसके प्रैक्टिकल सेशन होता है जिसमें हम बेसिक आसन्स, मेडिटेशन इत्यादि को परफॉर्म करते हैं। अब बात करें कि कोर्स बेनिफिट कैसे है आपके लिए, तो आप स्टूडेंट लाइफ है, इसमें चाहे वो फ्रेंड सर्कल को लेके हो, आपके एकेडमिक्स को लेके हो या आपके डे टू डे लाइफ को लेके हो, स्ट्रेस कहीं ना कहीं एक रोल रखता ही है। तो उस स्ट्रेस को कैसे हम ओवरकम कर सके, उस स्ट्रेस से को कैसे हम मैनेज कर सके, ये पेपर उस लिए आपके लिए बहुत बेनिफिशियल है। साथ ही ये आपके फोकस को इम्प्रूव करने में हेल्पफुल है, फिजिकल हेल्थ और मेंटल वेलबींग को इम्प्रूव करता है और इम्यून सिस्टम को बूस्ट करने के लिए हेल्पफुल है। अब इसके सिलेबस की बात करें तो टोटल थ्योरी लेक्चर में हम 3 यूनिट्स को डिस्कस करते हैं। इसमें फर्स्ट यूनिट है योगा, आसन, प्राणायाम एंड ध्यान, जिसमें 8 लिम्स में से हम 3 लिम्स आसन, प्राणायाम और ध्यान को डिटेल में जानते हैं इस यूनिट के अंतर्गत। सेकेंड यूनिट है पतंजलि योग सूत्र एंड चक्रास, जिसमें हम पतंजलि योग सूत्र के फर्स्ट एंड सेकेंड सूत्र को डिटेल में जानते हैं और बॉडी में स्थित 7 चक्रास को डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे। थर्ड यूनिट है अंडरस्टैंडिंग आसन एंड प्राणायाम, जिसमें हम आसन, बेसिक आसन्स के बारे में जानते हुए टाइप्स ऑफ आसन्स, सूर्य नमस्कार को कैसे परफॉर्म करना है, उसके क्या बेनिफिट्स हैं, क्या स्टेप्स होते हैं, इसको जानते हुए नाड़ी शोधन प्राणायाम को कैसे परफॉर्म करना चाहिए, इसके विषय में जानते हैं। अब बात करें इसके प्रैक्टिकल कंपोनेंट की, तो हम डेली जो ट्यूसडे की क्लास होती है इसमें सूर्य नमस्कार को परफॉर्म करते हैं, इसके साथ साथ कुछ बेसिक आसन्स को भी परफॉर्म करते हैं और डेली आपके सुबह से शाम तक की जो स्क्रीन टाइमिंग होती है या क्लास को लेके जो आप स्ट्रेस फील करते हैं या थके हुए होते हैं, उससे कैसे रिलैक्स हो सके, इसलिए इसमें आईज रिलैक्सेशन एक्सरसाइज और नेक रिलैक्सेशन एक्सरसाइज भी आपको परफॉर्म कराई जाती है। डेली 15 मिनट्स की आपकी ब्रीथ एक्सरसाइज पे काम किया जाता है। अब इसके असेसमेंट की बात करें तो 25% मार्क्स इसका इंटरनल होता है, 50% मार्क्स इसमें प्रोजेक्ट वर्क या प्रैक्टिकल कंपोनेंट होता है और 25% मार्क्स इसका एग्जामिनेशन थ्योरी होता है। मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट कि जैसा सारे स्टूडेंट को लगता है कि थ्योरी बहुत ज्यादा ना पढ़नी पड़े, तो यहाँ जो वेटेज है मार्क्स का वो 25% मार्क्स है, लेकिन प्रैक्टिकल की क्लासेस अटेंड करना नेसेसरी है क्योंकि आपका सबसे ज्यादा मार्क्स 50% उसी के लिए है। तो ये पेपर ना केवल आपके डे टू डे लाइफ की को इम्प्रूव करने में बेनिफिट करता है, इसके साथ साथ आपके होलिस्टिक डेवलपमेंट के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। थैंक यू।
Thank you so much, Preeti ma'am. I now request all the teachers to please switch on your cameras. All the panelists to please switch on your cameras for the group photo. Avasthi sir, please take the group photo.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, can I add one small word?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can I?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Students, I would like to emphasize one important point which I forgot to mention. So those who will be selected in NCC, their timings are unlike the other VSCs. Just now you have mentioned like Tuesday 2 hours and in the Saturday 1 hour or so. But in NCC the timings will be something different. We'll be having 3 regulatory fall-ins in the every week. In the afternoons you can't run and all, so therefore you have to attend in the 0 hour 7:45 in the morning. So you will be having the physical exercises and all, and you will be sent back to 8:45 class, irrespective of Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Saturday you will be coming at 8 o'clock, 7:45, and you will be left at 8:45, and again we'll catch you at 1 o'clock for theory sessions. So the timings will be in such a way we can't make you run in the afternoon. And therefore, you have to come in the 0 hour. You will not be losing any class, however, but you have to come in the 0 hour. And yeah, you will be given refreshments once from the unit side and once from the college side. And one you can afford at your end. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Requesting teachers again to switch on the cameras. So done? Okay, thank you. Thank you. So as we now come to the end of today's orientation program, it is my privilege to propose the vote of thanks. On behalf of the organizing team, I extend our sincere gratitude to our respected principal, Professor Vajla Ravi, for his constant encouragement and unwavering support in promoting interdisciplinary learning opportunities for the students. I also express my heartfelt thanks for our VAC coordinator, Dr. Sarika Yadav, for providing a clear and informative overview of the VAC framework and guiding our students through the course selection process. As a special word of appreciation goes to whole IQAC team, IQAC Criteria 1 coordinator, Dr. Sunita, IQAC Criteria 1 team, all the faculty members from various departments who took the time to present their courses so enthusiastically and to help students understand the unique learning opportunities each course offers. I would also like to thank ICT team for the smooth conduct of today's program. Finally, a big thank you to our first year students for your enthusiastic participation. We hope today's orientation has helped you identify a course that aligns with your interests and aspirations. We encourage you to choose thoughtfully and make the most of this opportunity to learn beyond your discipline. With these words, I conclude the program. Thank you all once again for your gracious presence and participation. Have a wonderful year ahead. Thank
Students,
you.
please fill in the feedback
Thank
form,
you, everyone.
attendance and feedback
Thank you,
form.
everyone.
Thank you.
It is a sort of mandatory form that you have to fill. Thank you.
We can now switch off the session, no, ma'am?